So Because We Try is really just an initiative launched by a good friend of mine, Yannis, and I. We're just ordinary guys. We've got full-time jobs. We're both committed to being good employees. We're both committed to our young families. We're both committed to our local churches, our local community. But in working for a non-profit, a charity at the moment, we've noticed, and our eyes have been even further opened up to the real physical need out there in the world. And although we both get to work full-time to do something about that, we've realized that we have free time. And this free time really is an asset that we hadn't tapped into. So we came across this idea of triathlon. We realized that if we started to do these triathlons, we could do them to raise awareness for certain causes. We could do them to raise funds for certain causes. So we sat down and we put our minds together and really found some causes that were very close to our heart. And we realized that we could pair the swim leg of the triathlons with clean water. So we swim for clean water. We realized we could pair the cycle leg of the triathlon with jobs and skills development. So we cycle for jobs and skills. And then we realized for the run, we could pair that with putting vulnerable kids into safe families. So we run for kids into safe families. We selected 3 incredible organizations that are paired up with those different causes. So we support Hand of Hope for the clean water provision. We support Sparrow Society for the jobs and skills development. And then we support Family Plus One for the adoption and temporary safe care programs they run with vulnerable kids.
Because We Try is amazing. Like, these guys are pushing themselves to like the absolute limits for other people. These guys are putting themselves in situations where they're suffering for other people. I think it's incredible, and the fact that they've said, hey, we want to connect this to Family Plus One is incredible. Brad and Yannis have really put themselves out there selflessly for other people, for those who can't help being in situations of suffering. I get challenged by what they are doing. These guys are really just using what's in their hand to make a difference.
Sparrow Society is it's an economic empowerment program, but also we focus on kind of ethical fashion and doing things in a kind of a fair trade vibe. So we do bags and candles and jewelry, but really the purpose behind it isn't just to make more stuff. While a bag is functional, it also provides a job for someone, and we need to think about, is that job a dignifying job? Is that job paying them a livable wage, not just minimum wage, not just meeting the legal requirements, but paying them enough for them to actually be able to advance themselves. So my husband and I had been talking about it for several years, and then eventually it came a point where we were ready to launch it. And so he's kind of in the background been this supporter, kind of encouraging me. So now he's gotten into his triathlons several hours a day, and I mean, waking up at 4 a.m. to go train. It's been great to see him find something that he also loves to do, and then to, of course, bring the charity aspect into it, because everything we do, obviously we want it to have a purpose, not just, I mean, it's great and fun, but to also be able to bring awareness and to be able to bring finances to great organizations. We both really believe that this is a dignifying way to do charity, because it is more of an empowerment thing. We're not giving people money, we're actually allowing them to have a skill that once we're gone, even if we were to leave today, they would have skills to continue on.
So Hand of Hope is it's an outreach of Joyce Meyer Ministries, which is quite a well-known name around ministry circles and around the world. It started about 30 years ago. Joyce Meyer really was doing her thing of teaching and had a look around in the outside world and saw there was a lot of need, a lot of human suffering, a lot of pain, a lot of things that can be done about that. There's sort of no end to the human need, it seems, around us in places like Africa and Asia and other developing countries. But one of the areas which is pretty much a focus for the ministry is water well drilling and provision of clean water. So what CAUSEweTRI does is us in our free time doing the triathlons to raise money, we will give it to various charities, and at the moment for the swim leg of the triathlons that we do, we're swimming for clean water. So we're raising funds and raising awareness for the water wells and the clean water provision that Hand of Hope does. So as we raise funds, those funds are given 100% of that directly across to Hand of Hope to continue on doing the water wells and clean water provision. So we're obviously not just doing these triathlons to finish the triathlon, we're doing them to raise support for these organizations, to champion the cause of what these organizations are doing. So we really do need people to come alongside us and support. We have a great network of people out there, great friends, great individuals who have something that they can contribute, whether that's helping to raise awareness or helping to contribute funds. So we would ask our friends and families and connections out there to partner with us, to support us financially. 100% of the money that comes in through what we do goes directly to the charities that we work with. We want all the money to go to them. We'll have some people that will support us in some of the operational costs separately, but we want all of the money to go directly to those causes. So we'll have a website, and if we can have people there, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So come and follow us, find out what we're doing, find out what the next ridiculous race is that we're up to, and join us on the journey.